Thanks for staying with us. Botswana has deported the first group of more than 800 Namibian refugees who have been living in the country for 2 decades. On Tuesday, 94 refugees were transported back to their home country from a camp in the village of Dukwi. The group fled Namibia in 1999 following a failed secessionist uprising. Many of the refugees are reported to be members of a banned secessionist political party in Namibia. They were declared legal immigrants last month after they refused to register for voluntary repatriation, citing fears of persecution if they returned home. However, Namibia's immigration ministry says the country is ready to receive its citizens as they do not intend to arrest those who have no questions to answer. Over 90 refugees have been evacuated from Libya to Italy in the third direct humanitarian evacuation to the country this year. As conflict in Libya continues, where rival factions have been fighting over the capital, the UN Refugee Agency recently organized evacuations for vulnerable refugees living in detention centers and urban areas. The refugees who need safety and protection come from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Sudan, including 52 unaccompanied children. The youngest among them is a 7-month-old baby from Somalia, born in detention and traveling with his parents. Many of the refugees had been held in detention in Libya for long periods, some for more than 8 months.
I came from Eritrea. Maybe I came before 2 years in Libya. Now I'm so happy I will travel Italy. I'm so happy. Just I'm coming from Zawiya. That's prison. Just now it's very good condition. Inshallah, every people is beside prison is coming. Bless you. I'm so happy.
Evacuations are a lifeline. It provides a future full of hope for many refugees who were detained for over 8 months in Libya. We continue to call on the international community to provide more slots for evacuation and for resettlement for vulnerable refugees out of Libya. And we hope that we can continue with this life-saving program to help many more refugees who are currently stranded in Libya.
The members of the United Nations Somalia Youth Advisory Board are in the Horn of Africa to see firsthand the link between humanitarian peace building and development efforts. Somali youth officials have been hearing from one of the world's body's senior officials, the Assistant Secretary General for Peace Building Support, Oscar Fernandez Taranco, who spoke on the importance the United Nations attaches to young people's role in national peace building initiatives and how political inclusion can enhance this. The UN official added that in a country like Somalia, where approximately 80% of the population are young, youth unemployment is high, and where drought and conflicts have fueled displacement and rapid urbanization, they had a unique opportunity to shape the delivery of youth programs.
Not many missions have this type of organized engagement, and the fact that you have all been selected to represent wider constituencies, I think reflects very much the spirit of how the United Nations and the SRSG and his team, together with the agencies, funds and programs, can be benefiting from your wisdom, from your engagement, from your selection, from your, how can I say, opinions about what it is that the UN is doing and could be doing much better.
Somalia is a young country with a significant portion of the population that is youthful, and it's important that you be engaged, that we hear from you, and we hope that through you we can have a better understanding of what youth throughout the country are thinking and what they believe we should understand as we're engaging Somali officials and trying to make decisions that could affect the future of the country.
Now, in a bid to raise awareness about climate change, a group of 20 friends take part in the Cape Town Marathon with saplings on their back. The group are promoting tree planting of native trees amid a nationwide push to replace invasive species with indigenous ones to cope with drought and climate change.
These South Africans are getting ready to run the Cape Town Marathon. But with one key difference, they all had tree saplings strapped to their backs. The group wanted to use the race to promote the planting of local trees.
We're running with trees on our backs. We are doing the first moving forest in a marathon, which is the greenest marathon in Africa, Cape Town Marathon. And it was started by our organization, Township Farmers, where we're doing small-scale organic farms in Khayelitsha and started planting trees. So this was a way of us raising some funds for our organization and then create awareness in and around planting of trees in disadvantaged areas like Khayelitsha.
It's part of a nationwide push to replace invasive tree species and mitigate against droughts and climate change.
The climate change fight starts with awareness and people knowing the importance of planting trees and sustaining them. So this is one way of actually including everybody, whether they're in their economic state, from Khayelitsha to Cape Town, so that they understand how to take care of a tree and make this thing sustainable.
Last year, Cape Town suffered its worst drought in a century, almost running out of water and forcing authorities to enforce severe water rationing.
It's an awesome initiative to be able to have awareness about planting of trees. I think it will be great for Cape Town. They're going to do it in Khayelitsha, they must do it all over Cape Town, plant trees.
In the past 17 years, South Africa has lost 1.34 million hectares of tree cover, according to the monitoring platform Global Forest Watch. The runners, who are part of a local non-profit organization called Township Farmers, are raising money to plant more than 2,000 trees this year in Khayelitsha, one of South Africa's biggest townships.
Now, an Egyptian masseur plays with fire to relieve his client's muscle pain at his spa in the Garbaya. While many may think this is a daredevil, dangerous form of relaxation, Abdul Rahim Saeed calls it a fiery massage that enables communication with the human body. Take a look.
35-year-old Abdel Saeed applies the ancient pharaonic technique known as the fiery towel by starting with a standard massage using oil and chamomile to stimulate blood circulation and alleviate some of the pain in affected areas. Then comes the heat. Saeed places several layers of towels and other isolating materials on the client's back. Then a towel soaked in alcohol is placed on top and set on fire. It burns for roughly a minute before the flames are put out with a wet towel.
هو نوع من أنواع التدليك. هو اسمه التدليك الناري.
It's a type of massage which is called fiery massage. It means rubbing. I communicate with the human body, coming to close contact with the body of a human in front of me.
Saeed says he cannot use the technique with people suffering from high blood pressure, kidney failure or hemophilia.
There are some prohibitions that we always warn about. We check the client's medical and health condition. If the client's condition allows us to apply the method, we do it. If we found out that their health condition does not allow us to use this method after studying their case, we don't carry out this method.
Saeed trained under an expert in the fiery towel technique in Morocco and has earned several massage certifications from institutions in Egypt.
His clients must really trust him. Well, that's the program today. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Teniola Shoboale.